ダルビッシュが引退するかもしれないと現地アメリカで話題になっています。チャリティーイベントに出席したダルビッシュが、今はリハビリの最中なので正直投球のことを深く考えてはいない。ただ腕のリハビリに集中している。もし復帰したいという気持ちが湧いてきてマウンドに立てると感じられたらその時に目指す。でも今はそこまで考えていないと語ったからです。39歳でトミー・ジョン手術を受け、26年シーズンは全休が決まっているダルビッシュ選手。衝撃の発言を受けてポッドキャスト番組のファールテリトリーがこの話題を取り上げ、元 MLB 選手がダルビッシュの考えを汲み取りました。その様子を日本語字幕でご紹介します。
It for you, Darvish. So he spoke on Monday through a interpreter, and he said, I'm not necessarily thinking about really pitching as I go through this rehab process right now. I don't have that in mind. I'm just trying to rehab my arm right now. And if I get the urge to come back, if I feel that I can stand on the mound and come back, then I will go for that. But I'll just leave it there for now. So he's got a contract running through 2028. He's going to be out for next season. He's due to come back in 2027. This is interesting on a couple fronts. Number one, from a fan perspective, KP, I'm sure fans want to see Darvish and you miss him as part of the rotation this year, all of that. On the other side, the Padres are going to be sold. They're going through some lawsuit crap with who gets what with the aftermath of Peter Seidler passing away. And if Yu Darvish is serious, he's going to have to give money back. I remember my friend, and you guys know him, right? Ryan Dempster did this for his one season with what, Boston? And Kratz is smirking. Did he not do that, Kratz?
He did it, but let's make sure, maybe there was a little bit different circumstances too than just, I don't want to play again.
Okay, fair. But for Darvish, I mean, you rarely see this. Is he going to give back KP a year, maybe more, of money to just call it?
I think he might. I mean, I appreciate the honesty. I mean, as a fan, you're probably maybe a little bit upset because he is going to get paid to rehab this year. But, as a player, I mean, I appreciate his honesty. I mean, it's been kind of a weird last couple of years for him. He's had some, absences away from the team for some personal reasons. We don't really know what was going on. He would go back to Japan for certain things. He's had an unbelievable career. If this is how he truly feels in his heart, and obviously going through an injury like Tommy John at his age, with the amount of innings that he's pitched for as long as he's pitched, it can't be the easiest thing. And if that's where his heart's at and he feels like he's just going to take it day by day, what I really like is I love seeing the videos of him catching his son throwing bullpens. So he might just be at that point of his life where, his son or his family life is a little bit more important, and he's made a ton of money. And I know it's a lot of people are going to be like, damn, man, I'm sitting here thinking I would never get back the money because I didn't make as much money as him. But apparently he feels comfortable with the amount of money he's made that he's willing to maybe forego the last 2 years of his career. But I appreciate the honesty, and I guess we'll just see what happens a year from now.
My last year was 2020. In 21, Team USA said, we want you on the Olympic team. It's your spot. You'll be on it. And there was no doubt in my mind I did not want to play. Physically, I could have done it. Physically, everything was fine. But the fact that I would have had to work out every single day with disregard to my family, which I had disregarded pretty much for the 19 seasons before, the 19 years before in my life, because the fact that, you're constantly the guy when you're the player, and all of a sudden family becomes more important, and you're like, I gave a lot to it. Yu Darvish is no different. I also think there's another level that I don't understand. KP probably could understand a little bit more. Elite. He was elite. He knows he'll never get back to that. He knows last year his velocity was down, his max velocity, not even talking his average velocity, his max velocity, he could throw a baseball, was down 2 miles an hour. So when you're at an elite level early in your career, how are you ever going to get back to that? Then you're like, wait a minute, I got to work out for 12 months. I got to miss my son who just committed. I think he's going to University of California, San Diego or something. I'm not sure exactly which, but he just committed to play. So there's more things that are involved in that than just, I'm going to get $18 million. I'm going to get $22 million, which is a ridiculous thing to say to 99.999% of the population.
Okay, and then Padres fans are like, what does this mean? Do we save money? Does this help us? Because it sounds like, from our conversations with Ken and from reading others, the Padres aren't going to be the ownership forcing AJ Preller to just dump payroll left and right, but it's going to stay at a similar rate, if not come down a drop. Also, it's going to add up with some of the long-term contracts that I think get higher as they go. So what do you think, KP, for San Diego Padres fans? I mean, it's not going to save them any money this coming season. I think we should lay that part out. 2026, he's out for the year. He's getting paid. He's getting paid to rehab. That's just how it works. Could it save them money in 27 or 28? Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it certainly could. If that's how he decides to, go out in his career. If obviously he has a ethical responsibility to show up if he is healthy or if he is still rehabbing. If he completes, and the team obviously documents this for people at home listening, he's going to go through his rehab process with the team. He's going to have to check all these boxes. He's going to have to get off a mound. He's going to have to go on a rehab assignment. Once that is all completed and he is healthy to perform and he decides that he does not want to perform anymore, he is going to have to make a decision to make, which is going to come with him forfeiting the rest of his money. He's going to have to retire. The team is going to save money, but I mean, that's still a year away. So there is a chance that the Padres on the back end of this contract, which to a lot of people thought was a little bit crazy given his age when he did sign this extension, but there could be a silver lining in it for Padres fans that they may be saving a good amount of money in a year from now.
ご視聴いただきありがとうございます。チャンネル登録、高評価お願いします。